All right, we're back on starting 11.
It's not switching for me. It's weird.
Oh, I don't know. Uh, I'm going to say
Anyways, hi everyone.
we are not talking about the Premier League. We're going to talk about the Allsvenskan for now on.
No, we're not.
Well, this is done under protest. Under protest.
Hey everyone, welcome to Starting 11. I'm Adelia, that's my buddy Snark. We're here to talk about the week that was in the Premier League, maybe touch on the Champions League a little bit if we feel like it.
Mm-mm. I'm just kidding.
No,
You
didn't
can.
think
You
so.
can. We could touch on it.
We can touch on it. Just mention
Yeah.
it because I think it might play into the title race a little bit. City going out and Arsenal not.
Mm.
We're here to talk about the Premier League. Match week 30. We've only got 2 months of match weeks left, Snark.
8 more match weeks. I've been watching for things about people saying when can a certain team win the title, and it's looking like it could be May 9th would be the probably the time that you guys win, depending on a couple of things.
Depending on
Uh,
results, of course. It's all
yeah,
depending on results.
if a certain team keeps playing as badly and or as poorly as they have been, it could be quite a lot quicker than that. So you never know.
Yeah.
One team has been consistent, like we said, throughout the entire season. They've played consistently. If not, it hasn't been pretty to watch. But
No, it hasn't.
when you've gone 20 years, 20 plus years without a
You do what you
championship,
have to do to win. You
just
do what you
yeah,
have to do to win.
sometimes you have to get your fingers dirty and get in there and everyone else is going to complain. Everybody else is going to complain.
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's terrible to watch, blah 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 blah. Each one of those other people would trade places in a second to have that record and to be within a month and a half or so of claiming a championship in the Premier League. Every single one,
Hmm.
except for maybe West Ham, because West Ham got rid of the most successful coach they had or whatever because he wasn't exciting enough, and so he's done
Yeah.
an okay job elsewhere, and also ruined our thing
Hmm.
for a little bit, and now he's
He
just
did.
ruining it. Now he's ruining it even more by being all right. But why don't we start with that since Arsenal took on Everton
Yeah.
this past weekend. Now, talking about ugly football, it's going to take 89
Yes.
minutes for a breakthrough. A couple of things. It shouldn't have. Kai Havertz was definitely taken down in the box and they didn't call a penalty. Now you can know a little
Absolutely.
bit how other people feel. And there's also it was poorly refereed. All the matches, it's not, I don't even know why we
We
talk
say it
about
every
it.
week.
Yeah, it was
We say
poorly
it every
refereed.
week. The refereeing is awful.
There was another
You,
case with a hold while the guy was jumping and stuff. This wasn't in the box, so who cares? But you should have
yeah.
seen like that ref watch, not ref watch, but on Sky Sports they had a thing with Dermot Gallagher there, and you should see him twisting himself in knots trying to help out the referees and this and stuff like that, saying like
I'm sure.
if he doesn't hold him, he could fall back into him. So he did that as a safety precaution. It
What?
was madness. Madness. Anyways, you want
Sounds
to talk
like
about the
it.
good stuff for
For
you?
sure.
Well,
Yes,
89 minutes
let's talk.
in.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the substitutions first. He brings
Yeah.
off um Havertz and brings on Gyökeres, and then I forget who he subbed off for Max Stauman, the 16-year-old,
Hmm.
who hasn't played very much lately because he's been nursing an ankle injury since the start of the year.
Plus, maybe he was
Um,
grounded.
I don't think he was grounded. I think he was just an ankle injury,
Okay.
and he is. This is the first time he's really gotten subbed in to play in a game in the Premier League in a while,
Right. And
and he
I
comes
think the most
on.
significant minutes, though, you said too, right? He doesn't
Yeah,
usually get
for
much more
sure,
than 15.
for sure. So he comes on, and there's a throw in. The ball comes to him. Great cross from the 16-year-old kid.
I was thinking about this quickly before you
Yeah.
go on, because yes, I wrote down, yeah, it's a great cross. But it depends on who he was aiming for, because if he was aiming for Martinelli, it's not so great. But
No,
if he
I
was
don't.
if it was aiming for Hincapi, Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good cross. It was
Yeah,
so Hincapie didn't even have to bother about passing it right. It just goes right off.
it went right off him,
Yeah,
right into the path of Gyökeres,
yeah,
right into the back of the net.
which was absolutely stark naked. There was nothing in front of him. Jordan Pickford, in his wisdom, as you know, the starting goalkeeper for England with the World Cup coming up, decided
Yeah,
to take a
Jordan Pickford did not play that very well
take a
at
swing
all.
at this thing, misses by a mile, and jumps about 6 feet away from his net. In the process,
Hmm.
terrible decision. It's a good goal.
Then he puts up his hands like something had happened, like he'd been fouled or something. Like, what on earth?
Everybody puts up their hands for everything now. Everyone's
Yeah.
a floppy
Hello,
complainer.
Matt. Thank you for joining us. He says, hello, Adelia. And
All
what's up,
right.
Snark?
No, I get it. Yeah, and one thing you got to say, for as much as people will whine and bitch, again, Arsenal is a set piece FC. This is how they should have been scoring goals. This is exactly it. Go from the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Use your striker in the middle as your target. That's it. This is
Yep.
everything everyone wanted, and they got it together and just in
Yep.
time to bring everything home. And then there's
Yep.
another goal,
Absolutely. And
if
then
you'd
there's
like to
another
talk
goal.
about that.
Yeah, Everton have a corner. Pickford is up for it. It's like the
Yeah,
last minute of
last
stoppage
last
time.
effort. Yeah.
And it comes out, and Max Dowman gets it, and Martinelli's running alongside him, but Max Dowman was never gonna pass that to Martinelli, like ever. And he scores a goal. Max
Uh,
Dowman, the youngest Premier League goal scorer ever.
by 197 days or something like that.
Yeah, something
It's
like
a quite
that.
a yeah. It wasn't close. Now that corner was terrible. It
The
didn't beat
corner
the
was
first man.
awful.
It didn't beat the first man, and everybody's up. It was a nice header by Martinelli to get it over to him. That first header that Dowman did to beat Mikalenko,
Yes.
again, very good. And then he walks Dewsbury Hall, and then has 2/3 of the pitch to run for. A nice little
Mm-hmm.
blocking job by Martinelli. That was more NFL than anything at the end with him. It's like a punt return.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If he would have missed that, he would have been, I would have called him Nicholas Jackson forever. But obviously he didn't. It's a good, yeah. This is the goal. I think the reactions to it and about how crazy people are getting over the kid, maybe temper yourselves and stuff like that. Can you name the guy that he took the record from?
I can actually. James
Yeah,
Vaughan from
James
Everton.
Vaughn. Yeah,
That record has
coincidentally
stood.
from Everton.
That record has stood since April of 2005.
Yeah, everybody remembers that James Vaughn used to be.
No one
Yeah,
remembers James Vaughan. I just saw
that's
it on
right. Yeah,
the
that's
TV
why
when
I'm
they
just saying.
broadcast
Maybe
that.
temper. Don't put all your stuff on this kid yet. He
No,
hasn't even
no.
purchased a razor, for goodness sakes. Maybe we should have cleaned up a little bit before, being in a match in front of how many millions of people. But he's 16 now. He's gonna go back to school. That's something that he can say to his classmates and stuff. How he
Yeah.
didn't get his homework done. He was a little busy on the weekend. So good for them. Yeah. What are you
So
gonna
at the
say?
end of this match, Arsenal are 10 points clear.
It's
And I was completely convinced that it would be back down to 7 by the time the day was over, and it just wasn't.
let's just talk about that one next before
Yeah,
we jump into those bums
that
that
you
I
support.
root for. Now they had the soft schedule here. They got
Yep,
West Ham at the London Stadium. Plus,
yep.
they get their pal refereeing. It's Michael Oliver on the
Michael
pitch, for
Oliver.
God's sake.
We were in Discord on Friday night, and I looked up who were the referees for the week's games, and I was like, oh look, Michael Oliver's reffing City again. What a surprise!
Yeah. Now, of course, they can't afford to drop the points. They still have the game in hand, but they need to win. They basically have to win out. Like, let's be real. They have that nice lofted goal by Bernardo Silva to start things
That was
off.
quite nice. I don't know if that was meant for or a
Maybe
mistake
not.
of a cross, but
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It went in.
I can put that in the Mudryk goal. category where
Yeah.
that just happened to go in, but it sure looked he can sure try and convince people that he meant to do it. But it's
Mm-hmm.
only 4 minutes, and Jared Bowen's on the corner. Konstantinos Mavropanos hammers that thing bar down, 1-1. Um, each team only with just the one shot on goal in the first half. City, you think for all the world, they're gonna with every person they have in there, like they have so many different things. Erling Haaland's playing. They
They had
managed to get.
chances, man.
They managed only 5 more chances on goal though. Like they're
Yeah.
just wasteful for 45 minutes plus. I guess they Rangers put one off the crossbar. That is as close as they come. They drop another 2 points. The difference
Yep.
coming in is 9 points. They meet each other now, mind you, but
Yeah.
and
City
there's that
still has a
one.
game in hand as well.
Yeah,
City still has that game against Crystal Palace
yeah.
that
Who
they have to play.
we'll talk about those guys in a minute. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, the match against Arsenal is the entire season. For City, a win for the Gunners, and they can order the Dom. They can get that chillin'. Whatever they drink over there in North London, probably just whatever they could find on bottles scattered around the park or something like that. Close enough. Yeah, it'll be a celebratory mood for the first time in a while. First time in
Yeah.
probably in digital television history for Arsenal. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the next less than 2 months play out here. For goodness sakes. Okay, let's talk about
It will
garbage.
be. It will be.
Garbage time. Chelsea got to host Newcastle, and I just don't get it. Only one goal scored.
Can we start with before the match?
What's that stupid huddle? Okay, so they've started doing this thing where they huddle quickly around the ball to begin with. They get the idiot ref decides not to step out of the way. He has to stand there and look like a jerk for the whole thing. This whole thing, like you're on the other team's side a half when you're doing it. Like there's a time you're supposed to kick out. There's all these things. Racine, you're talking about how they're doing this to respect the ball. Respect the
Yeah,
ball.
I saw Rosinior's comments and I was just like, this sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
They don't even respect their
You guys can
shirts.
do a huddle. You guys can do a huddle on any place on the pitch.
Yep.
No one does it around the center circle. No one does it around the ball. You have not done this all season.
Yep.
Now suddenly it's been a thing.
They've done they've done it for a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid and performative. And you'd think if they did something like this, maybe back it up with just an ounce of competitive spirit. Because there was nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's only one goal scored, like I was saying, and it goes like how you want to know how low they go. They allowed Anthony Gordon to score an open play.
Yeah, I know.
The second
I was shocked
in
by
14
that.
months. And he got to walk it
Yep.
in. And they're looking around. Reece
Yes.
James, for some reason, the only guy back. West Fofana just lets the guy run past him. They're begging for an offside
Yeah,
goal. It's
they were
nowhere near.
convinced that he was offside. And
Fofana jogs it back. He's one of the fastest guys. He's jogging back to Anthony Gordon, of all people. Ridiculous. There's just nothing there. Reece James had a nice free kick later. Liam Delap misses sitters. He's terrible. This whole squad, everything means nothing. Yeah.
Reece James signed a new contract, didn't he?
He did,
contract?
and so did his sister. I believe on the same day. Reece is signed for 6 more. Of course, he wasn't going to go anywhere. He's one of ours. His sister signs for 4 years, so good for the ladies team. Of course, they just won the English Cup as well. So, we haven't won the Champions League yet, but, maybe they're building to it. They've always been so good just, domestically. Now let's try to do something that they can move forward with in Europe. Now, that's where that's where all the good news stops. Now, I guess, but it could be worse because we're going to talk about the fine and the academy transfer bans they get. Now, the fine's coming I guess is from some shady agent payments or something like that that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's going towards, and this is coming back. Like we're talking about Eden Hazard and Samuel Eto'o, and I think
Yeah,
William.
it's from the Abramovich days, right?
Yeah, it's definitely from the Abramovich page, but we're talking even like a mid 2014 or something like that, 2015 in that era. So a while ago, and it never would have been found out if Chelsea didn't self-report it when they were took over the new Blue Co. If only they were so diligent in getting sporting directors and proper players than reporting their
Yeah.
own shit.
Pretty nice.
These guys. So
Yep.
they're levied an 11 million pound fine, just under 11 million pounds. I think, which is a record for a club. Now we've seen a whole bunch of people whining and crying like a bunch of little crybabies about the Forest gets deducted, Everton gets deducted. Like Chelsea did not breach PSR rules. I'm sorry, ladies. They were.
Yeah,
This is a
that's
totally
different.
separate thing. Totally separate thing. And of course, they get another academy ban because this is the second time this has happened. You know, they could get. They sometimes go after players and they shouldn't. So
Didn't they get
that's
a
fine.
suspended year first team transfer ban too?
Yes, but it's over 2 years, and the way
Yeah.
they're doing it, stuff like that. Like if they breach these things if they pay out agents poor things within 2 years, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a ban and stuff like that, a year ban. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna fine them. So
Right, right.
at this point, like what are they gonna sign? I don't understand. There's a damn good chance they don't get Champions League football next year. They're already out now after a piss poor performance at the Bridge against
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain. That lose 3-0 when you have to get 3 or 4 goals. And then you bring it. It's just a mess. They're a mess. Rosignol is okay against the minnows, but now and then he was fine. He was fine in France against PSG. It's just like as managers come in, they're not prepared for the level of Chelsea. They lose their minds. I don't get it. And the guys bringing in the talent have no clue. I'm sorry if you think Red Bull over in Germany is like this top tier uh, program or something like that. It is ridiculous. Win Stanley and Lawrence have to go. People complaining about Blue Co. They're gonna do another goddamn protest against them. What is it gonna do? What? How long have
It's
they
gonna
been
do
protesting
nothing.
against the Glazers over in
Yeah.
Manchester? It's not gonna happen. We make money. Sometimes a little too much money. It's because we're giving it to agents and stuff like that. But this is what 11 million pounds fixes, guys. And not hundreds of millions. But I think somebody was trying to say like there was one thing I saw like the amount of money that Chelsea was over could amount to this many points deductions, like 2,900 points reductions. They did not break PSR rules. You dummies. Everton
No.
did. So there you go.
Yes,
So did Forest.
Everton did.
All right. You want to talk about your day in the Champions League second leg?
Yeah, it was
It was
much better
better.
than the first leg. First leg we came in 1-1. I think we might have been a little lucky to be 1-1, but we were 1-1. Today we won 2-0, so we
Yep.
advanced 3-1 on aggregate. That was
Very
really the
nice
whole
goal.
job. Eze scored a great goal, and the Declan Rice scored a great goal too. So that's all that matters.
City get bounced out as well. So yeah, like you were saying, they're gonna have an extra week. Is it just the 1 week that they're gonna miss out, or they're gonna have over
And
you guys going in?
I think so.
Yeah, because I think the semifinals happen late. So, anyways, whatever it is, they're gonna have a little bit more time. Chelsea has more time, you know, to to sit around and huddle. They can huddle each other for a little while. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice way to close out the rest of the season. They have not completely lost. Like I said, I'm mad at the squad. It's
Hmm.
ridiculous where they are, but they still have a shot at Champions League football which is crazy. Because one of the big matchups coming in that we were talking about last week was United was taking on Villa. These two top four somehow in the Premier League. Really, they should be eliminating Champions League spots. Every team has been so
Very,
goddamn
very
bad.
true.
But Villa coming into this one, losers of three straight. They lose three straight after this one because of course they fall to United 3-1. When you allow Casemiro to score against you in this day and
Yeah.
age,
What on earth?
it was a nice corner by Fernandez.
It
So
was. It was.
yeah, and then the goal they have to equalize, old pal Ross Barkley gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe grazes off of
A little lucky.
Onana. A little, maybe it grazed off Onana, and they couldn't tell anything or whatever. I don't really know. If it goes off his shorts, it's not gonna. It didn't change anything. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they could really call it offside. And then, but he was definitely in an offside spot. It sticks around. Doesn't matter. And then another great pass by Fernandez, who was all over the place on this one, to Cunha to get the go-ahead marker. And then, of course, Benjamin Šeško adds another one in the 81st. Villa, it's their poor form that's giving me hope because they can keep dropping back. It looks like somehow the Premier League are going to get 5 spots, which is I don't understand that at all, considering. But I don't pay attention to other leagues very much, except for the Allsvenskan. I'm just kidding. I only know Hammerby. And so, yeah. Now, Michael Carrick, he's got to have at least a 1 year trial at this place. Doing what he's done,
I would think
they
so.
look.
I would think so.
The thing he's done so well is just let Bruno Fernandes be Bruno Fernandes. He took the reins
Mm-hmm.
off. When I was thinking about
Yeah.
Chelsea, it looks like they have all these players. Like the game is just sort of back to friggin' Chelsea, just passing it back and forth. No aim at all in this. Just passing it. There's no look. No one's looking forward. No one's making cuts. No one's going deep. They're just passing it. I said to my wife when I was watching the game, it's like you take a thoroughbred horse and you tie one of its legs to its body. That's what Chelsea looks like. Like, just have these kids run. These kids are better than you. They're better than how you think the game is. Just let them do what they got to do. Because now it's going to come to a point. If they don't make Champions League, there has to be drastic changes. They have to sell so many players. Like Cole Palmer's going to go. Enzo Fernandez is going to go. Enzo Fernandez might go anyways. What are they going to replace him with? Maybe Lucher comes back. You know, playing the left wing.
And how long's his ban?
So far, it's been like almost a year and a half, I think. It could be 2. They've never announced it, which is craziness. I think it could be as many as 4. But starting when? Because again, they haven't said anything about it. They've just suspended them until the announcement's made, which is crazy. Craziness. So, moving on. I had some more hope, and it came from maybe the most unlikely and maybe also unwanted source. Because in this mix with Chelsea and Villa for a Champions League spot, it's good old defending champion Liverpool. And they got to play your second favorite team? Second favorite team.
Absolutely not.
Tottenham
Absolutely
Spurs,
not.
Spud Spurs. Liverpool.
The disaster.
Which is so fun. So much fun. So, they
It
have
is. It's so much fun.
they have displaced Chelsea for 5th place now with a 1-1 draw against Spurs. I have no words. Just a single point for them was great, but that it happened on a week where so much drastically could change for Tottenham. You wanted them to lose so bad. Anyways, the manager also has no clue over there, Tudor, but looks like he's bought himself at least another week. They're gonna keep him around. They haven't mentioned, he's gonna not see the pitch when they come to the field this weekend. Now, Dom Sabazalai gets a free kick goal. And
He's
I
the king
won
of the free kicks this year.
five this season.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wonder if like the goalkeeping must have the same trepidation. They see him walk up to a spot anywhere near goal or whatever. Maybe the same kind of feeling
Yeah.
as Arsenal have, or the goalkeepers get from Arsenal when they step to a corner spot and stuff like that. They're like, this isn't fantastic news, guys. Not great.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Liverpool had 64% possession versus Spurs. They just owned the ball the entire time. And all it took was a long free kick by Vicario, Colomwani getting down on it. Then just ushering it over to Richarlison. Richarlison actually scores a meaningful goal for Tottenham Hotspurs. It's not like they were down 3-0 before he scores. This is a
Dino 7 says, "Is this a general football discussion?" Yeah, we generally just talk about all of the Premier League stuff. Yes.
Yep, from the past weekend. Yeah, it finishes 1-1. It happens in the 90th minute. Slot can't be feeling comfortable now. If he had any, it doesn't matter. I think at this point, if they even get into the Champions League, they've just been so poor.
They've been awful this year.
You can't give up a single point to a team like Spuds in this day and age. Not when they can drop. Not when they can drop.
Not in stoppage time either. Like,
yeah,
it was really bad. It was really bad points dropped by Liverpool.
Ridiculous. Okay, moving on. Because, as much as, it's nice to see Liverpool stumble as anything successful for Spurs, it makes it feel like ashes in my mouth. Okay, we got 3 scoreless draws here. So we're not going to touch on them much.
Do we have any allegiance to a team in the UK? I'm an Arsenal fan. Snark is a Chelsea fan.
Mm-hmm. Not a great day for me, and not a great week. I looked it up quickly before we started. Like I said, I forgot to do something. The first time in a 10-game match week that there's been 3 scoreless draws since October of 2018. First time in the run of our show.
That seems about right, actually, yeah.
First time in the run of our show. 4-0, Fulham 0. No, of course, no score report from City Ground. Means the 18th spot sweepstakes remain unchanged. Everybody earned a point. West Ham and Forest now each with 19 points. They're ahead, or Forest ahead of them by 4 in the goal differential. Spurs have 20 points, just 1 point more, but a way better goal differential. I think their goal differential 7.
Yeah.
So I think they have like a dozen goals better than Forest, who won't catch them on that way. They have to leap past them. And that's an interesting match this weekend to talk about. So, Burnley Bournemouth. Again, no score. Shame on Bournemouth in this one. Had a couple really good chances. The other team could be arsed to actually finish them. Bournemouth now sit 10th. Burnley have a good chance, of course, now of finishing dead last. Because another team, well, the only team behind them, has been pretty good as of late and got another result. But we'll talk about that in a sec. Palace 0, Leeds 0. This one I had a little bit more time. I usually don't like to talk about these things off, but
usually we do not talk about 0-0 draws.
There is a missed penalty by Dom Calvert-Lewin. Not a saved penalty. He flat out misses it, and it was a handball. Yeah, good penalty. Just missed it. He just didn't rise to the occasion. So maybe that's why Everton had enough of him. Anyways, I'm sure they're not too complaining about that over at least. He's been fine for them. The other thing I wanted to talk about, Thomas Bramwell forgetting that he'd already yellow carded Gabriel Goodmanson in the he had give him a yellow card in the 29th or something, like 26th minute. Does it again in extra time in the first half. And everyone's wondering around. He had to go and talk to the fourth official, talk to him and stuff. And they say, "Oh yeah," before he red carded him.
This is a really bad look for him.
We
almost had a Graham Poll situation.
Yeah, he's a Premier League ref. It's just gonna, it's par for the course these days. They don't pay attention to anything. They're hoping VAR would save him.
True.
Yeah, and kind of did with the fourth official there. Palace does not register a shot. At all, not just with the 10th man.
That's awful.
Going against 10 man, but in the entire game, don't register a shot on goal. Palace are still going to be 14th. Leeds, Palace at 14th, Leeds 13th, or vice versa, I should say. They're ahead by 7 points over Leeds. Somehow, that's where the real drop is at 14. Last couple matches, because there just wasn't many goals to be scored this week at all.
No, there
But
weren't.
at least they managed one at the Stadium of Light, but it wasn't for the hosts. Brighton
No, it was
get
not.
get the 1-0 lead. Again, Kuba Mintes, the man to score. 58th minute. There's a defender on the turf here, like begging for a whistle. Well, you're not gonna get it from there. He was all by himself. What was he gonna think? He had a brain freeze, like he drank his Slurpee too fast or something like that. Anyways, game finishes 1-0. Let's see.
Nunandinho says Curtis Shaw TV and 12th Man podcast provide good Arsenal content. The Big Six is a good listen for the top clubs in the UK. Thank you for sharing that, Nunandinho.
Thank you. So, the game finishes 1-0. Hertzler on the mic and doesn't mention that only one team wanted to play football.
No, amazingly not.
Which is surprising. I wonder if it's because a certain team was successful in this game. Don't know.
I think
Anyways,
it probably was.
last game. And a Monday game. And a damn entertaining one at that.
This was a very entertaining game.
And one that you wouldn't, never would have circled on the calendar to watch Brentford and Wolves. But, Wolves, yes, they're going to be going down. Since January 1st, though, Rob Edwards has like 2 wins, 3 draws, and only the 4 losses. Like, he has been fine.
Really
It's,
for that team.
There's the whole November and December part, and before, was it their Pereira before, and August and September and October, where they have been terrible, and which sunk their season, sunk their premiership. But I see. I think Rob Everett should be commended for this, and for sure, if clubs are looking for any kind of help come next year, I think Rob Everett should be high on that list. I don't think he'd want to stay at Wolverhampton because they have 0 interest, it seems, in helping out that squad. So, Bees take a 2-0 lead, and it's a great header from Coyote on the first one. And a nice little cross by Lewis Potter as well for that one, and then Kelleher with that another terrific long ball by a goalkeeper. Man, I miss someone who could do that. But and that one goes to Dango Watara, and he ushers it over to Igor Thiago for the goal. That's his 19th. Yep. How is this? This is mind-boggling.
Igor Thiago just got his first call-up for Brazil, too, I believe. So, good for him.
Attaboy. Yeah, good for him. Brazil also needs all the help they can get. Let's be fair.
Well, true, but good for him.
Not the squad they used to be. Yeah, great for him. Adam Armstrong is going to score for Wolves before the half, which is big. And going into that half with any kind of hope, it was good for a team that has absolutely 0 left to lose. Might as well just go all for it, and they do. It's a lovely pass, or a lovely first touch by what's his name? Toku Arkodare. Is that how you pronounce the name? I can't remember. Anyways, so. he takes that pass in from Jean Rickner Bellegarde. A fine first touch and letting it go from out. It was that was João Gomez with the assist or whatever for the Arkodare goal. It was the assist by on Adam Armstrong's goal was the nifty one. But yeah, that João Gomez assist, the one he bounces through the box, I thought it was one of the niftier ones we're gonna see for a little while. Anyways, Edwards really believes in this Arkodare kid. He says they have a special little gem in this guy. So, who's going to take him? Who's going to take him in a couple of months? He is not going to be at Wolves, guys. And anything, they are going to be stripped for parts. This is the want of that club. And that is it. Well, we could talk about Brentford.
We could talk about Nunandino's question here. Is there any
Sure.
American player in the MLS you think could excel in the Premier League? I'll be perfectly honest, I don't watch much of the MLS.
Yeah. I was listening to Sirius XM FC, Sirius FC or whatever it's called, today, and the commercials they had on, they were advertising boldly because I guess Vancouver Whitecaps are going to be playing Timo Werner and the San Diego whatever. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
Timo
all the
Werner
players all the players I know in MLS are players that
played
used to
overseas.
play in Europe.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
I'm
I think I
sure
know
there's
like
some American
Osar.
players
Yeah,
in
I know of
MLS.
some Canadian players, and that's about it. Like Osario,
Yeah.
that'd be about it.
I'm sure there's some American players in MLS that could play in the Premier League, but I don't know who they are off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think the big deal would
I
be
mean, I
getting
can think of Tim
Pulisic
Ream.
to go
He
back.
did play in the Premier League, so
Yep,
there you
Pulisic.
go. Now he plays in
Uh,
Charlotte.
oh, does Tim Ream still play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Ream likely to be on the World Cup squad this summer.
Well, some veteran leadership. You know what I mean? Most of
I'm not sure he's going
Canada's
to
team is
play,
going to be
but he's
injured
likely to
anyways.
be on the team.
Good for them. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what a wonderful tournament is going to be, and I'm sure that it's going to go off without a hitch because everything is going so well lately. No problem. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
Wolves are still last, but
Wolves are last, yeah.
they're only 3 points shy of Burnley now. Burnley is the
Yeah.
team that I said would make it
Stay
because
up.
I'm so smart. I thought for sure they would last. They will not. Yeah, Brentford in seventh had a chance to get past or catch up to Chelsea and stuff like that, and just absolutely blew it. There's 3 points back. So moving over to the sleeper app, I think it's time for Ferris to call whoever's planning the parade for Arsenal. So it looks like it's gonna. I think this thing might be done. I went. I got three correct answers this past week, choosing who's gonna win every match. Ferris got five. He's now opened up a 6 point lead. Still, there's
Still
8 weeks to
happen.
go.
There's enough time left.
8 weeks to go, but it's not looking too. It's not looking too great for your old Snark.
Thank you, Nunandino. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We'd really appreciate it. And thanks.
Thanks, bud. Now, we got Matchweek 31 coming. We got a humongous game for, money-wise at least in the league. But we'll go through this. I didn't even bother checking what the tiebreaker was last week because it might have only been 15. There may have only been 15 goals scored in the league, which is bananas. So it's going to start the week, a Friday match. Always so fun. Bournemouth, I need them to pick up a win against United, but I don't think they're going to do it.
No, I don't think they're going to do it either. I'd say United wins.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. Maybe a little tougher to choose. So over at the Amex, Brighton hosts Liverpool.
Draw.
Ooh, smart. I'm going to be a stinker and say Brighton wins at home. Mind you, I only got 3 right this past week, and I think 2 the week before. All right, Fulham, Burnley at Craven's Cottage.
I'll go Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham, maybe they can score a goal. I think if they score, they're going to win. I don't think Burnley will. This is one. Chelsea's maiden trip to Pickle Dickelson Stadium. Needing 3 points and no more excuses. I guess they're still in the FA Cup, but they're out of Europe now. So they need a big win against Jordan Pickford's Everton squad. I have to pick them because, that's my lot in life now. What do you have to say?
I think Chelsea should manage to win that game.
Well, we'll see. Leeds hosting Brentford over at Bell End.
Brentford.
Yes, okay, I'll agree. I'll go for the bees on that. And I was going to think maybe it'd be a draw. I don't think Brentford crossed the bet 2 weeks in a row. Newcastle and Sunderland. Sunderland has to get off the schneid here, and you don't know what Newcastle team you're going to get. We got the one that actually
Mm-hmm.
wanted to play defense.
I'm gonna go draw.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to pick Newcastle to win. They're a streaky team. I think they can get another one. Now, the Claret Derby, Villa and West Ham. This version.
Villa have been so bad recently, but I think they'll be able to beat West Ham.
West Ham fighting for their ever loving lives gets
Mm-hmm.
something out of it, but I can't say they're going to win. I'm going to say it's a draw.
Okay.
Now, Spuds and Forest.
This is a big game. I'm going Forest.
To walk into the North London Centre for Disease Procurement, I'm going to go Forest too. You can't trust Spurs, guys. If Spurs go
Can't.
down, if Spurs go down. Okay. And then, of course, there's a City Crystal Palace match that has been postponed. There you go. So it's that. Now, that's going to be it. We're going to have to pick
Obviously,
up
City and Arsenal not playing this weekend because they're playing in the
in the
Carabao Cup
League
final.
Cup. League Cup. Yeah, it's hard to say Carabao Cup. I always want to say like Carling Cup. I don't even know
I know
Carling's
that's what it was
anymore.
when I started watching, and it sticks with me still. But yeah,
Nice to suffice it to say, I took a lot less goals on this tiebreak.
I would think so.
Yeah, I
Of
hope
course,
Bears
watch
takes many
then. This
more.
be the week that they all,
Ugh,
just like explode.
that's how it happens to me. Okay, that's it for match week 30. Only a few more to go.
Yeah.
Only a few more sleeps, Adelia.
Yep. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for all the new subscribers on the channel. We have gotten a bunch of new subscribers in the last day or so. So appreciate you all for joining us. Snark, where can people find you?
Well, you'll be finding me over on our entertainment channel, the post credits. I got a couple rewatchers councils to do this week, and first one we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer version. That's Thursday live, 5 o'clock Central. I believe that's my pal Brendan Marr and I going to be talking about intervention. And then Friday, again, 5 o'clock Central Time for Angel. Can't really remember which one is the Angel episode. I've been watching too many things like that so far. So, yes, find out. Be as surprised as me when I talk about the Angel episode coming up this Friday. We're going to be doing another post whistle here on this very channel with Ryan Christensen pretty soon. Talk about some hockey and the stretch run here going into the playoffs, and we'll set that up and we'll have a date for you. TBD. TBD. How about yourself?
All right. I looked up what I put for the Angel episode on the stream, and it is season 2, episode 18, Dead End. And
Dead
the title
end.
says Lindsay's new hand has demands.
Yes. If you've ever seen Evil Dead 2 or what is that other one? Idle Hands, kind of like that. But those other ones are scarier. But this is a great episode.
Well, thank you everyone for
I
joining
can
us.
tell by your reaction. You're very upset.
Sorry. I'm very tired today. I didn't
That's
sleep
fine.
well last night. I'll be we got the step back coming up on Saturday on this channel, 5 o'clock Pacific on Saturday. Josh and Shug should be discussing some stuff going down in the NBA. Like Snark said, we'll have a post whistle episode soon. We had a 90 feet World Baseball Classic preview earlier today, so go check that out. That's up on the channel now. And we were going to do a watch along of the World Baseball Classic final tonight, but I'm really tired and Shug is sick, so we're not going to do it. So If you are interested in the World Baseball Classic, just watch out for the next 90 Feet episode. That should be coming up soon. The Premier League, the Major League Baseball season starts very soon. So check that out. And until next time, we are out of here. Bye, guys.